Good morning, welcome back to another video. So today for me is a rest day. I'm also spending a large chunk of today preparing, getting things ready for my trip to Italy, which is in two days time actually. So I thought today, instead of filming a boring rest day vlog where I'm not really doing a lot other than sitting at my computer for the majority of today, I thought I would take you through a process which I know quite a lot of my viewers are keen to know. I often get asked questions about starting making videos, what software to use, what equipment I use, etc, etc. So I thought, you know, if you like this, maybe I can sort of do more videos like this, like tutorial style videos. But what I'm going to be showing you today is how I get the data or the telemetry overlay on my GoPro footage. So, you know, when you're watching the video, you've got me racing around a crit circuit, but you can also see my power, my heart rate, my speed, my cadence, how long I've been riding for. It's one of those processes which, once you know how to do it, it is fairly easy, but learning to do it can be quite tricky. It's also very slow. I've got a couple of hints and tricks, so hopefully today I can help you speed up the whole process. So without further ado, let's jump into this video. So in terms of the physical aspect and how I record these videos, I use a K-Edge and GoPro Garmin integrated mount with a GoPro Hero Session. Now this is a really neat setup, particularly for racing. It's nice and small, it's nice and neat, it's aerodynamic. You actually can't see the GoPro underneath the Garmin when you've got the Garmin attached on the top of the mount. The K-Edge mounts are a little bit pricey, but the quality certainly makes up for this. Okay, the first thing we need to do is download an app called Verb Edit. Just open that up once you've downloaded it. Once that's downloaded, open that app up, and we want to go and create a video. For the sake of this video, we're going to call it tutorial. This is, if I can spell, tutorial. There we go. Alright, now we want to import clips and photos. If you've got a Garmin Verb, it will automatically detect you've got a Garmin Verb, and it will import those clips. However, because we're using a GoPro, we need to click import other. Just go down and find your clips, removable disk, DCIM. Now these are all the clips from the race on the 18th of May, so I'm just going to select all the ones. I think that's it, yep. And if we click open and then click import only. The reason I said to just click import only is because we are using footage from a GoPro here, and it's a 1 hour long race. Now, to keep things simple, GoPro records in 12-minute blocks and then it creates a new clip. Hence why there's like 4 or 5 files there just for that one race. Just gonna make that full screen and we will optimize these later. It doesn't really matter. So as you can see here, we've got GoPro 2681, 12681, 2. You get the idea. Now, if you only want to edit, you know, the finish of the race, you only need to import the final clip. But because we're going to put data over the full video, what we want to do is drag over 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 6 clips here. We want to drag and drop all 6 clips onto our onto our timeline. And what I'm going to do is export this as a video before actually doing any data overlay. The reason for this is because we are going around a crit circuit. We probably did about, I don't know, 40 or 50 laps around Milton Keynes Bowl, which is where this race was. And for each of the 6 clips, we've got to sync the clip footage to the data. Now this can be quite time consuming, so what I would recommend is putting all the clips into the timeline, click and export in the top right corner. Exporting, we're just going to do high resolution, 5 gigabytes. I'm going to save it into my hard drive. No branding. 30 FPS, 1080p, export. Now I'm just going to let those 6 clips export as one video now. So when it's exported, I can re-import it back into the Garmin Verb software as one single clip. Then when I go to put the data overlay in that video, it's going to be much easier, much more accurate, and less time consuming. Okay, this is probably going to take some time, so I'm going to resume this talk once this video is exported. Okay, so now that video has exported to your computer, to your hard drive, as a 1 hour long clip. You can remove your SD card because we no longer require the footage from it. So we'll click done. Then we will go and not now. So for the sake of the video, I decided to export it as low resolution, low quality in 720p. Just to make it quicker, I mean, a 1 hour long video takes quite a long time to export, as you can imagine. So we'll go back to gallery, create a new video. So I don't know, we'll call it tutorial 2. And then in this video, we want to import clips, import other again. Then wherever you exported that video to, so I think I did mine to the desk. Yep, I did. Open that one, tutorial, import only, because we've already got the clips on our computer. We don't need to copy them. Okay, so now you can see there we've got a 1 hour long clip. We'll drag and drop that onto the timeline. So as you can see, it's much easier to work with now. We've not got 6 separate clips, we've got one. So now we want to actually add the data to the clip. We go to geometric on the left hand side, data, import geometric. Now obviously plug your Garmin in. I know it's from the 18th and it was in the evening because I went out training in the morning, but that was just a training ride. The race was in the evening, so we click on that one. We want to use all of this data, so we just click use this log. Now, as you can see, we've got this preset sort of. So we've got the course on the right hand side, we've got the Garmin branding on the left hand side, we've also got, what's that, power center platform. We don't want any of that, okay, we don't want any of that. So simply, well, maybe actually we're going to keep the course in because I like to have the course in sometimes. I'm going to get rid of this branding, I'm going to get rid of this power thing, get rid of that cadence and get rid of that speed. What we want to do, we want to go over to gauges, and then you basically just find whatever you want. So for example, speed, we want speed to be shown. We'll choose this one for speed. And you basically just go through, so we've got cadence, distance, elevation, duration, circuit shape, lap times, heart rate, cadence, power. We've got everything, all right? Every single data telemetry overlay you can think of. And then once you've sort of got your template sorted, you can actually just click save template there in the bottom right, which is what I've done. So if I go to my templates now, scroll down, I've got my template. If I open that, okay, override. This is, that's a bit, all right, the course has gone off screen a little bit. There we go. So this is my template. As you probably recognize this is sort of my standard one whenever I do a crit power overlay. So I've got time in the bottom left corner, my cadence, my heart rate, my speed, and obviously the most important thing in my opinion, the power. However, this might not be this. To be honest, this looks pretty good in terms of how close the data is synced to the footage. Sometimes it's way out. So what we're going to do is we will go to data, geometric sync. So this is basically aligning the GPS location, so the data and the video footage. So if we click on that, it will bring up 2 screens. Now often when I click on this geometric sync, this data will be right at the end, and obviously I'll be at the start of the clip on my left hand side. So what you want to do is move the right hand side all the way across. Then the way I like to do it, I sort of like to go around 1 lap. So we fast forward 1 lap, just coming up to the start finish here, and then you can do small increments forward up until we get to the start finish line. There. The start finish line for me is always a good sort of measure, a good point. Then we change the right hand side to satellite so we can actually see. Alright, this is quite hard to see the start finish line. So because we can't see the start finish line, I'm going to go ahead and we can see there's some steps on the right hand side. So if I go to the start of where like the concrete turns to go left, if you know what I mean, and then on the right hand side we're going to fast forward the data. Once you're happy that the GPS location is the same location as the video footage, click done, and then we can go to appearance and make it look a little bit nicer. I like to have accent 1. I like to have like a nice little blue tint. So as you can see there, the data is shown in blue, and we can check it's working here by just putting it into a random position. Click play, and there we go. That pretty much is how you put power overlay onto GoPro footage. So once the data has been synced to the video footage, and you've got some nice colors and you've got all the data fields you want on screen, then we go to export again. For the sake of this video, I'm going to change it to 720 and put it onto low resolution. We'll export it to my desktop. Make sure there's no branding. We don't want any branding. Then export. So now the video with the data overlay has been exported. We can click done. Then open up, your editing software. I use Premiere Pro. We'll create a new project and just call it tutorial. Okay. Import the video that we just exported from Garmin Verb. We called it tutorial 2. Open that. Wait for that to import. Drag and drop it, and now we can do the usual editing. stick it within a vlog, add some music, do some cuts, all that usual jazz. But yeah, and that is how I edit the race footage, so I have the power, the speed, the cadence, whatever. If you've got any questions about the software, about stuff that I may have missed, leave them down below in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. Yeah, if you took something from this video, please drop a thumbs up, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button. But that's it from me, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow.